Hey y'all. One of the things I like going to the car shows for, especially the bigger ones, not so much a cruise in a parking lot, but any of the bigger car shows, is not just for the hot rods, because I do like going for that, but there's always some places there that are selling fresh squeezed lemonade. And this is really going to be a simple video, almost silly to make it, but I think there's a lot of people out there that think lemonade comes from a can. They don't realize that you can actually make it yourself at home. And to be honest with you, it didn't dawn on me. And I was sitting around complaining about the price at one of the car shows. I don't know, it was like 12 bucks a glass for this lemonade, and I was complaining about it. And one of my buddies was like, well, you do all that cooking, why don't you just make some yourself? And I got to thinking, yeah, you know what? I bet I can. So what you're going to need is, I got a juicer here. Now that juicer was like $3.50 at Walmart. It was a good investment. You can do it by hand. I have done it by hand. I've squeezed it by hand before. But today we're going to use a juicer. You're going to need some kind of container. This container is just an old orange juice Tropicana container. 1.8 quarts, so almost 2 quarts. And you're going to need some kind of sweetener. Trying to keep an eye on my figure. I'm going to use some calorie-free sweetener. I have used Sweet and Low before. I'm trying Splenda today. Sweet and Low and lemonade, for some reason, kind of gave it a little bit of a, I don't know, a little aftertaste to it. So I'm hoping that I don't get that with the Splenda, but we're going to try it anyhow. If not, I can always go back to Sweet and Low. And of course, if you don't have a problem with your weight, for sure use pure cane sugar, because that makes the best, that's for sure. But anyways, let me reset the camera and get to a point where we can wring these lemons out, and we'll get this stuff made. It don't take but a minute. Alright, for that 1.8 liters, it takes 3 lemons. So I'd say 2 quarts is about the same. It takes 3 decent sized lemons. And I waited till I found them on sale, because they were $1 a piece at one point, which makes it kind of expensive. But I did find them last time I went to the store, were 2 for $1. So it's really, it's a cheap way to make lemonade too. But then all we're going to do is just cut them in half. Ooh, don't need to lose that. And then with this juicer, it's as simple as sticking it on here and just juicing it. I like a little pulp in mine, so we can get all we can get out of that. There you go. Simple. Yeah, that works nice. And it's new to me. I've been squeezing them by hand up until this point. But anyways, let me get the rest of these squeezed into this container. And just so you can see, you get lemon juice in the bottom. There you go. So you can see, you get lemon juice in the bottom. But anyways, that, and I guess the other thing I needed to mention was, you need some water. I use a Brita pitcher, so I use purified water, just so you don't get no chlorine taste in it. But start out with it about half full. And let me get the rest of these lemons juiced up, and we'll get her mixed up and see what we got. Alright, one quick clip I just figured out, live and learn, right? There's seeds in lemons. But what you can do is you can come through and pick these seeds out. Now the advantage is that I like a little pulp in my lemonade. And if you don't get these seeds out first, then what you've got to do is you've got to pick the seeds out of the pulp, or out of the top of the juicer, or you don't get the pulp at all. So either way, to save yourself having to pick these seeds out, just come through, pick them out first, try to get the lion's share of them out. And there should be one at every one of these kind of juncture things. But anyways, and then you can squeeze it, or do whatever we're doing here, juice it, and you don't have to worry about that. Now what I had to do was come back, because like I said, I wanted the pulp in mine, is what I did is come back and dug through the pulp and got the seeds out. But well, I still got one in there. Anyways, that should eliminate the bulk of them. But anyways, let me finish getting this ready. I'll bring it back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this off the top. I'm going to pour that into there. And you may end up with a little piece of seed in there. If you choke on it, I didn't say this, but it shouldn't hurt you. And then we got our container. We're going to put it in our filtered water. Hang on a second. I got a better idea. Alright. Better idea. Instead of trying to pour it out of that, I'm using a funnel. That way I don't sit there and mess around and end up spilling. It's probably okay. It probably works fine if you're going to pour that juice into a bowl or something like that. But trying to pour it into this little hole, that's kind of a pain. And then, well, let's do this. Again, I'm going to use this Splenda. And it says that each packet of sweetens like 2 teaspoons of sugar. So, it takes a lot of sugar to sweeten lemonade. So I'm going to use about 20 of these packets. And I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me do all 20 of these, because I'm going to do them 2 at a time. But it's just as simple as adding that to that. So, anyways, let me get the sugar sweetener added to it. Now, when it comes to sweetener, that's going to be kind of a taste thing. So, put as much or as little of that as you want in there. And what I like to do before I finish filling it with water, I like to give it a good shake. It helps it mix up. The water I'm using is room temperature, so it helps that sugar, that sweetener dissolve too. Because we don't want to have to, you know, shake it up every time you get it out of the refrigerator. So, but once you give it a good shake, then just come back and finish adding your water to it. And there you go, fresh squeezed lemonade. And folks, if you've never had it, I'm sure you have, but if you've never had fresh squeezed lemonade, it's 100 times better than just regular lemonade. So, anyways, what I'm going to do is put this in the refrigerator, let it chill, and I'll bring you back. We'll do a taste test, see how it turned out. Well, there you go. Like I said, not a big, you know, fancy video putting everything together, but more just a reminder that, you know, you can make homemade lemonade. And like I said, it's so much better than, you know, the powdered kind or the kind that comes frozen in a can or whatever. Now, the only thing left to do is to taste it and see if it turned out as good as I think it did. Man, nothing like it. It's been so hot this summer. People have been going without rain. Make you some homemade lemonade, sit on the porch, enjoy the summer. Hope you all have enjoyed it. Have a good day. See ya.